So I'm a single agent. I was a team when I got Ylopo and Firepoint. I had three agents, and then we let go of all of them because they were not following the process of conversion. And they were saying that the leads that they got from Ylopo were not working. They were all bogus leads. And for me, you can't just say they're bogus until you've tried it for a period of time and then make that claim. My average property price is $1,050,000. What I think we did was more budget towards remarketing. But what I did is pick up the phone and have a genuine conversation with them. Um, if they're not looking for a property now, where do you see yourself in 4 to 6 months? Oh, I'm just in the buying phase. I'm just in the looky-loo phase. Okay, not a problem. We'd love to have you see some beautiful properties, that are out there available. Oh, we can't afford them. They're over our budget. Not a problem. How about if I go ahead and put you on a drip campaign that delivers some beautiful properties just for your viewing pleasure. Now, they're not being honest with you, right? From the beginning, they're not being honest with you, whether they're seriously looking to buy, or whether they're just browsing, right? Because they don't know you. You have to build up that trust with them, correct? So what I do with them is I don't push the conversion. And sometimes, like a few of most of these clients that I've converted, 90% of them have told me, hey, listen, we're not wanting to commit with a realtor right now. And I say, okay, not a problem. I have no problem with that. However, if I show you the right kind of property, and if I kind of understand what your needs and your wants are you willing to work with a realtor? Are you willing to work with me? And let's have a buyer consultation. It'll only take an hour of your time. I'll be more than happy to sit down with you and kind of figure out what it is that you guys are looking for. So kind of sort of do a warm conversion, but not fully just like bombard them, because that's not going to work. They're going to delete you right away and unsubscribe you.
Yeah. Do you think your other agents were just trying to close them too quickly, not trying to really get to know them?
Yeah. Yes. And I think that's a problem with online leads, is that you think that they're going to convert right away. No, it's at least a 6 to 12 month process. Some might convert right away in 3 months or less. But it's just a matter of what kind of questions you're asking them. And my coach, Sean Kokoska, who is, with Keller Williams for years, and he has been my coach for the past, 4 or 5 years now. He told each one of them, call 10 leads. That's all we want you to do. Call only 10 of them. That became such a difficult chore for them, because each of them thought that each of them dialed, but they were not consistent on persistently calling that one lead. There's one thing in real estate: you do not stop calling until they either die, or they say, no, we're not interested, or they fall off the face of the earth. Simple as that. Until those three happen, you have to consistently keep going. And they just didn't want to do that. They felt that they wanted ready, willing, and able to buyers handed to them. They did not want to do the conversion part of it.
Yeah.
That's where it became a challenge for me, saying, listen, I'm not here to babysit you. I'm giving you all the tools. I'm giving you all the material. I'm giving you the leads. Your job is to learn the scripts, master the scripts in conversion. Simple.
Yeah.
Once you master the script, you're good to go. Doesn't matter. Mindset. One thing was mindset. One thing is actually working the system and asking questions when needed, to asking support or marketing, the questions that you need to ask in order to be successful, right? There were times when I didn't understand why my budget was X amount and why it increased. And I talked to billing and saying, okay, help me understand this. So communication is a big part of our industry, which a lot of people don't realize it, and they just assume. In any relationship, whether it's spending money or not spending money, you've got to communicate, is one thing I'm learning a lot lately. Because it can go to wayside. I mean, I'm spending almost $1,800 a month, right? And that adds up. If I don't convert and close, it's not useful to me, right? So I have to justify it, and what really has made the difference is that communication part of it. It's that mindset, it's that persistency of calling the low-hanging fruits, which are recently just revisited your website, right? Why do they keep revisiting? Why is RaiYA talking to them? How can you take RaiYA's conversation and convert it and set an appointment? That I've done a lot, is I've taken her conversations and then picked up the phone and saying, hey, I just see that you've been talking to my assistant. My assistant told me to give you a call, and here we are. Let's talk. What are your buying goals, or how are you doing today? And just kind of humanizing the whole process. And I love it. I love RaiYA. I can't brag enough about RaiYA, all the remarketing she has done, or he has done, or whatever it is. But I love it because the questions, you know, the beauty of it is it changes according to the situation. Like Corona, the minute this hit, your team went into play and just changed everything up, and that was just amazing. How quickly you guys took action in that, which I love. I would say we have done about 7. I do. I have about, I think, close to 12, 13 of them that I'm constantly talking to, and they're not ready yet, but when they are, they're going to let me know. Simple as that. So I'm not waiting for them to let me know. Of course, they can go to another agent. They have no relationship built with me, right? They can go to anyone else. But it's the kind of conversations I'm having with them that will eventually say, you know what, this is who we want to go with. Karen, you would say 1 year? 1 year? My husband is my team partner. He's actually does all the back end. So he has done the Ylopo branded sites and all that good stuff.
Oh, cool.
So about a year now, right? You would say, yeah, about a year. I do. So I try to keep in touch a lot with marketing. I'd say every couple of weeks, I'll ping them and say, okay, is this working for me? I heard about this. And I listen to your webinars a lot, and your Zoom meetings and whatever you guys have to offer. And I have them change it accordingly, like Livia's. I listen to Livia. Laura is my coach. So I change things around based on what Livia says is working for her. And I've seen success through that. And so marketing will go in and change things around. And Laura will tell me, okay, use this script instead of this. And so I have practiced that and implemented that in our database. And that's how we got these conversions, you know, based on how they taught me. I would say just taking a standard, right? $1 million, 2.5, 25,000. And I've spent what, 1,800 a month. That's 21, that's one paycheck, right? I mean, 21,000 is what I've spent in 1 year to Ylopo. And one closing is 25,000.
Right. And you've closed, you said 7.
7. Yeah.
You've probably got 10 to 12 hot ones that will happen over the next 12 months.
Actually, I've got about 19 hot ones. 19. Right. Yeah. So yes, time-wise, right? We always say in real estate, leverage, right? Leverage is a big piece of the puzzle here, right? And leveraging whether to get an admin to convert those, an ISA to convert those, or leverage to whether they're doing the conversion and you're doing the same thing with RaiYA. RaiYA is my ISA. She's converting them. All I got to do is pick up the phone and get them in-person meetings. Now, how fabulous is that? I don't have to talk to them and pay the payment and keep on, hey, are you ready? Hey, are you ready? Hey, are you ready? RaiYA is doing the work for me, the heavy lifting. How many bedrooms do you want? How many bathrooms do you want? Are you pre-approved to buy? You know, having those preliminary conversations is very important. And then all you got to do is when they say is, what day works best for you, or something of that sort, that I'll have Janki give you a call. And right away, you know that you got to pick up your phone and start calling. So leveraging RaiYA has been phenomenal. That has been taking a lot of my time is money, right? And that she's been taking that away from me. So that is a big piece to this puzzle. Don't give up. Learn from the coaches. Practice. Let RaiYA do the heavy lifting. but don't abandon, don't leave everything for RaiYA to do, right? Let her do the heavy lifting, but you got to pick up the phone and call. Humanize the conversation. Don't hide behind. I mean, I could go on. Don't hide behind, thinking it's not going to work. A lot of the agents that I had on my team did that. They hid behind and saying, oh, it's not working, they're not answering. Yeah, you're going to get those. Not everybody answers. It's an online lead generation tool. It takes time for conversion. Some are ready to go like this. Some will say, no, not now. My buyers that I have converted, all 18, 19 of those, they're still waiting for me to get back, the quarantine to be lifted, and for us to go out there and start seeing homes. Even though I'm sending them virtual open houses, they're not ready. And I understand that, right? Because they have little ones. So I respect that. However, my conversations have consistently been with them. Hey, I'm here for you when we're ready. I can't wait to go out and see, I'm going crazy. Here's some cooking recipes, blah, 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 talking something different other than real estate. That's called building a relationship, right? Now, guess what? When they're ready to go, hey, Janki, we saw a house that we really like. Let's go for it. There you go. That's the beauty of RaiYA. That's what I would advise a new agent, saying, don't give up. Don't give up on these leads, because it will work if you work for them and with them, and you just humanize the conversations. And let me teach you how to humanize the conversation. Don't always talk about real estate. Talk about, hey, I did this and I'd love to help you with this, or whatever their hobbies are. Be different.